procedure bylaw, which is posted on the village website. The amendments to the bylaw are also posted there. For public input, speakers must speak directly to items on the meeting agenda. The mayor, as chair, can indicate to the public that other topics can be addressed. If no other topics are permitted, then the only items on the meeting agenda can be addressed during the public input. I acknowledge that council has not always followed this requirement. I know I've spoken this before. This was a mistake by council, as council must follow its own bylaws and the public must follow the bylaws also. Members of the public who do not comply with the bylaw will be ruled out of order and asked to sit down or leave. If members of the public disagree with this or any other provision of the bylaw, then the avenue of recourse is to write to council asking council to amend the bylaw. Continuing to disregard and obey the procedure bylaw requirements shows disrespect to council as a democratically elected body with the legal authority to adopt bylaws in accordance with the Community Charter and the Local Government Act. Moving on to another meeting procedure topic, there has been considerable discussion and debate about the application and authority of Robert's Rules of Order during council meetings. Firstly, neither the Community Charter nor the Local Government Act include any reference to Robert's Rules of Orders for municipal council meetings. Secondly, council's procedure bylaw states unequivocally that, and I quote, "The provisions of this bylaw govern the proceedings of council, committee of the whole, and all standing and select committees of council as applicable." The bylaw goes on to say, "In all cases not provided for under this bylaw, the new Robert's Rules of Order, 10th edition, 2000, apply to the proceedings of council, committee of the whole, and council committee to the extent that those rules are applicable in the circumstances and not inconsistent with the provisions of the bylaw or the community charter." Based on the bylaw, council members are not permitted to interrupt the meeting with points of order or points of privilege, except as per section 23 of the bylaw. Specifically, points of order can only be raised in connection with the procedure of a specific motion. Council members who raise points of order that are not supported by the bylaw will be ruled out of order. Points of privilege can only be raised regarding issues such as personal comfort, like temperature of the room and noise. It can also be raised to voice disagreement about the accuracy of a report. There are no other grounds for raising points of privilege. Points of order or points of privilege, which are used simply as a tool to stop debate or discussion in order to gain the floor, will be ruled out of order under section 24. Council members have an opportunity to debate and discuss agenda items and matters that is consistent with the bylaw and the code of conduct. Members who interrupt the meeting without the authority to do so will be ruled out of order under section 24. I do not intend to repeat all of this at every meeting. This will be included in the minutes as a reference for future meetings. I ask the members of the public and members of council to respectfully adhere to the bylaw and to address each other with respect. So that will be posted to the website. And I apologize that we haven't been following the rules. We've certainly given it a lot of leeway in the past 4 years, and I just find in order to maintain order at these meetings and adhere to the procedures that things will go much more smoothly. So thanks for that. So that brings us to public input, and